Brilliant people are coming up with world-changing ideas every single day. But here's the thing. An amazing idea is really just the starting line. To actually make an impact, that idea has to work on a balance sheet. It has to be a good business.
So let's take this idea for example. We all know about the tons of waste cooking oil that restaurants produce. What if we could take that greasy mess and turn it into clean-burning biodiesel? I mean, the chemistry works, the engineering is totally possible. It's a fantastic green idea, right? But, and this is a big but, the science is only half the battle. The other half is the billion-dollar question, can you actually make money doing it? Because, let's be real, if you can't turn a profit, that brilliant idea is never going to leave the lab. This is where we pivot from, can we do it, to the much tougher question, should we do it? So for this explainer, we're going to stick with that exact idea. We're going to look at a hypothetical biorefinery, a plant designed to take waste cooking oil and methanol and through a chemical process create valuable biodiesel and another useful product called glycerol. So how do engineers and investors figure out if a project like this is a potential gold mine or just a giant money pit? Well, they use this really powerful tool that basically acts as a financial reality check for any big industrial idea. It's called a techno-economic analysis, or TEA for short. The best way to think about it is like a bridge. It connects the technical blueprint to the business plan. It rigorously combines the techno side of things, the process, the equipment, the chemistry, with the economic side, the costs, the sales, and hopefully the profits. And I love this quote from our source material because it just boils it all down so perfectly. At its heart, a TEA is all about asking one simple, absolutely vital question. Will this thing actually make any money? Okay, so let's get into it. To answer that big question for our biodiesel plan, we first have to figure out all the costs, and I mean all of them, from the first day we break ground to the daily costs of just keeping the lights on. It's actually a lot like starting a bakery. You've got your big one-time costs to get started, like buying the ovens, the mixers, all that stuff. In the business world, that's your capital investment. And then you have your ongoing day-to-day costs, like paying for flour, sugar, and electricity. Those are your operating costs. It's the exact same idea for our biorefinery, just on a much, much bigger scale. So what's the capital investment to get this plant off the ground? A cool $48.3 million. And that huge number covers everything. The reactors, the pipes, the land, legal fees, even something called working capital, which is basically just a pile of cash you need to have on hand to pay the bills for the first few months before you start making any money. Now, what about those ongoing costs? Well, it's going to take a staggering $113 million every single year to run this plant. And check this out. This chart gives us the most important insight. A massive 78% of that annual cost is just for buying the raw materials, the waste cooking oil and the methanol. That is a huge dependency. Okay, so we've got a $48 million price tag to build the thing and a $113 million bill each year to run it. Whew! Now for the moment of truth. After we sell all that biodiesel we make, does this business actually make money? And the verdict is a resounding yes. It's actually incredible. The payback period, that's the time it takes to earn back that initial $48 million investment, is just 0.2 years. We're talking a little over 2 months. And the return on investment, or ROI, a staggering 344% per year. I mean, for an investor, these numbers are an absolute dream. But hang on a second. In the real world, things are never that simple, are they? Prices are always changing. The price you can sell biofuel for could drop, or the cost of waste oil could suddenly go up. A good TEA has to plan for this uncertainty. And that brings us to the final and maybe most crucial step, sensitivity analysis. This is where a TEA really shows its value. You get to play a what-if game with the numbers. So, what if the market price of biodiesel suddenly tanks and drops by 60%? Well, as this chart shows, the impact is catastrophic. Our amazing ROI just plummets. This one test immediately reveals the project's Achilles heel. While it's a gold mine in our base case, its success is dangerously sensitive to the market price of its final product. So here's the crucial point, the main takeaway. A techno-economic analysis does 3 absolutely essential things. First, it quantifies all your costs, no surprises. Second, it assesses your real potential for profit. And third, and this is the big one, it stress tests your business for risk by showing you exactly which factors have the biggest impact on your bottom line.
This whole process gives us a clear roadmap to turn waste into wealth and build a business that's actually sustainable. And it really makes you wonder, what other waste streams are out there, just sitting around, waiting for a brilliant idea and a solid TEA to become the valuable resources of tomorrow?